Hey everybody, suppose you're asked to use a line graph to fill in a chart. Well, here's our line graph, and here is our chart. Now what you need to notice is our chart, 2 columns, bicycles manufactured, number of tires to order. In our first row, we've got 100 bicycles manufactured. We need to find out from our graph how many tires need to be ordered. In our second row, we've got 250 bicycles manufactured. We need to find out how many tires to order. Now when we get to the third row, it's a bit different. We've got 350 tires that have been ordered. So how many bicycles do we need to manufacture? And in our last row, we've ordered 600 tires. How many bicycles do we need to make? So over here, the first thing that you want to pay attention to is how are your axes labeled. So in this axis here, this tells you the number of bicycles to be manufactured. And in this axis, this is the number of tires to order. And basically, we want to always go up to this line, and we want to read over wherever that value is. So if we want to determine the number of tires to order, we start with, if we know the number of bicycles manufactured, we start with the number of bicycles manufactured, go up to the line, and then from the line we read over to whatever that value is on the number of tires to order. And if we know the number of tires that have been ordered, then we start here, we come over to the line, and we read down to the number of bicycles that we need to manufacture. So here in our first row, we have manufactured 100 bicycles. So we're going to start here at 100. And what we're going to do, and I'm going to see if I can do this in a straight line. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of come up to the line right here. And then from there, we're going to draw a line over to, it's a crooked line, but it's a line. Draw a line over to approximately where that value would read on the number of tires that we need to order. So if we made 100 bicycles, then we need to order 200 tires. Now, what if we have made 250 bicycles? Now, what you need to pay attention to is how this axis here is how it's partitioned. We need to pay attention to the units it's been partitioned into. So it's labeled in increments of 100. So we've got 0, 100, 200, 300, 400. But if we kind of look, we also have tick marks in between. So it's actually in increments or units of 50. So from here to here would be 50. From here to here would be 100. From here to here would be 150. Here to here would be 200. Here to here, 250. Here to here, 300. Here to here, 350, here to here, 400. So we're going to go to our 250 mark on the number of bicycles to be manufactured, and that's here. And then we're going to come up, and again, I'm going to see if I can do this in a straight line way. I might be failing miserably at this task in drawing a straight line. And then we're going to come from here over to about where it reads on here. Now, if you're doing this as a homework assignment, you'll want to use a ruler. So if they've manufactured 250 bicycles, then they're going to need to order 500 tires. Now, let's say they've ordered 350 tires, and we want to know how many bicycles to manufacture. So 350, so here's 300, here's 400. 350 would be about right here. So we're going to come over here on this line about as straight as we can. And then what we're going to do is from here, we're going to kind of drop down best we can here. My version of a straight line, not so straight, but again, like I said, if you're doing this, you might want to use a ruler to make sure that your values are going to be as accurate as possible. And actually, kind of sort of, this line or this point right here almost falls right in between 150 and 200. And you think about it, right in between 150 and 200 is the point 175. So you would have to manufacture 175 bicycles to order 350 tires. So again, here in this one, we are given 600. So 600 tires have been ordered. And we come over here. And then we kind of drop down. And again, like I said, you want to use a ruler. And so if 600 tires have been ordered, we need to manufacture 300 bicycles. Now I want to kind of go back to here because some of you might be thinking, well, how did you know that was 175? Well, again, it's not the straightest line in the world, but if we were able to just straight line it all the way down, it's sort of kind of right in the middle of this. It's not perfect, but it's kind of sort of in the middle. And if I know this mark is 150 here, so if I know this is 150 here, and if I know this is 200 here, then what I can do is I can take the average of these two. So if I take 150 plus 200, I'm going to get 350. And to find out, since I'm right there in the middle, to find out what that middle value is, I can take that 350, divide by 2, and if I do that, I'm going to get 175. Okay, so sometimes you just kind of have to imagine how this would be partitioned. So if I'm looking at this again, and I know I'm beating a dead horse, but I kind of want to make a point here. If I know from here to here is 150 because this tick mark is right in the middle between 100 and 200, then if I put another tick mark here, then this is going to go 100 to 125 to 150. From 150 to 175 to 200, because if you look at it, it's almost partitioned into quarters, right? So that's what you kind of really have to imagine is being done when you're looking at a line graph. So I hope that this has helped many of you as you're trying to work through your math problems and read line graphs. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to straighten up these lines before I say bye-bye. So I'm going to go ahead and try to straighten up these lines here for you so it won't be such a mess. And until the next time, talk to all you later. Bye-bye.